Hey, what's up you guys? Just really wanted to be Shane Dawson for a second, but I'm not! I am Princess Anna, and I'm going to tell you about some really interesting but also kind of spooky Disney conspiracies told by a Disney princess. Some of them are just from different websites that I've done research with, so if you guys want to weigh in the comments and maybe correct me or tell me about another conspiracy that I didn't mention, let me know. I actually want to make a series out of this, and not just Disney conspiracy theories, but also other conspiracy theories about other cartoons, things of that nature. So let's get into it. So because I'm from Frozen, the first one I'm gonna tell you about is the Frozen Tarzan theory. And there's also a bit about Little Mermaid that has been mentioned, but I couldn't find anything on that. So if you guys want to comment below and correct me and tell me like, hey, Little Mermaid's involved in this conspiracy theory as well, do so. So apparently Anna and Elsa's parents were supposedly killed in a big shipwreck according to the movie, but the conspiracy theory, which some people in the Disney business have even kind of confirmed that it may or may not be true, and leaning more towards it is true, is that our parents didn't actually die, in fact, in this shipwreck. The ship did wreck, but they washed up on a shore and they had a son and raised this baby on this like abandoned jungle island area because apparently our mother was pregnant with another baby, and they raised this son in the jungle. That son was Tarzan, and they were later killed by a leopard. So yeah, Tarzan could in fact be our younger half brother thing. Okay, so the next one is also Frozen related, and the theory is that Rapunzel's uncle was the king of Arendelle, which is kind of already been proven that Rapunzel is our cousin. But the cool thing is, in our entire family, only if you're blonde, magic will affect you. You'll have magic powers. I mean, if you look at Rapunzel with her hair, if you look at Elsa with her ice powers, only the blondes get magic powers, and the rest of us just have to be funny, I guess. This one's kind of cool, and I just found out about this one. Jane from Tarzan is actually Belle and Prince Adam's granddaughter, which is really neat, I think. If you look at Jane, she resembles Belle a lot, like a super lot, but also there's something really cool about how Jane can understand Tarzan, even though he's kind of like beast-like, he's kind of animal-like, and because of that, she can understand him, and maybe that's a quality that she got genetically from her grandmother Belle. And also, if you remember in Tarzan, there was a scene where Mrs. Potts and all these other little like plates and stuff and whatnot, and that would explain how that got there. Because what if Jane is in fact her granddaughter? I really like that one. That may be one of my favorites. This next one is a little confusing if you're not necessarily a fan of Toy Story, but there is a theory that the girl named Emily who owned the Jessie doll is actually Andy, Woody's owner. Could you say owner? The guy that has the Woody doll, and all of the dolls basically, or the toys. Andy, his mom is in fact Emily. The theory comes from the fact that Emily, this little girl that had the Jessie doll, always wore this red hat that looked just like Jessie's. And growing up, Andy always wore this red hat. So maybe, I don't know. I think that's one to definitely look a little more into, but that would be really cool. And it would kind of explain the, you know, the sentimental connection. I don't know. So I'm gonna believe it. I'm gonna believe it. Okay, so this next one is kind of cool. So if you guys have seen Monsters, Inc., the little girl, Boo, is theoried, I think that's a word, theoried to be the witch from Brave. So the reason that is because Boo started to understand how to go through doors, and has a lot to deal with time travel and magic and wisping through time and whatnot. So there's a theory that she learned how to go through these doors that, you know, from Monsters Inc. that they were coming in and out of, and thus began to end up in a time warp trying to find Sully, and that was her mission. She was trying to find Sully again. So at one point she ends up in the period, the time frame of Brave, of the movie, of everything that's happening during that, takes up wood carving, and that's why there is a wood carving of Sully in that movie. And of course I forgot to mention Boo has aged, so a lot of people think that maybe she just, what happened with Mike and Sully, she held with her for the rest of her life and wanted to hold on to it and wanted to find Sully again. So that's why when she got older, she just spent her whole life trying to time travel, trying to find him again, and then kind of ended up near Merida, apparently. So, okay, so I 100% agree with this theory. The evil queen from Snow White is also Mother Gothel in Tangled. So the reason people think that is because, first off, look at their similar traits, like when they're like beautiful and like who they, like when they're the evil queen and Mother Gothel like in their best state. They look so similar, and also Mother Gothel had a dagger in a box, but so did the evil queen. I don't know, and that's the same dagger that she gave to the huntsman. They're also both super obsessed with being young and beautiful and remaining young and beautiful, and are out to get some princess girl no matter what it takes, even if you harm her for your own selfish personal gain to be young and beautiful. I don't know, it just sounds like they're the same person, and even when they do get old and like evil and like start like deteriorating from their beauty and stuff, they even look similar then. I don't know, take it up for yourselves, but that's personally what I think. This is my last one. This one is probably the most depressing, but it really makes a lot of sense. So in the movie Up, apparently the man Carl, apparently the whole thing is not real. So there's a theory that he died peacefully in his sleep the night before going to the retirement home, and the entire movie is a dream adventure quest to find Ellie again. And that one is, I mean, that, yeah, I think that would make sense if like that's what you were thinking before you wrote it. But it's super sad, and so there's at least like 500 Disney conspiracy theories that I'm obsessed with and that I want to share with you guys. These are probably the most generalized ones, the ones you probably already know about, but I just wanted to put them out there and kind of start this series. So I can have different Disney characters come tell you other conspiracy theories about Disney and about Disney movies, and I definitely want to make one soon kind of about cartoons as far as like the Rugrats and Ed, Edd n Eddy and things like that. So because there's a lot of really crazy conspiracy theories out there. So I just want to shout out to Shane Dawson and everyone else on YouTube that's doing conspiracy theories right now, because I think they're really fun to get into and to listen to. And yeah, so we post videos every Wednesday at noon on this channel. I'm actually giving away my engagement ring, not because the engagement is off, but because I want you guys to have it. So all of the details for that are in the video at the very top of the description box. That will be announced on Halloween, so if you want to enter, just subscribe to this channel, follow me and my sister on Snapchat, and that's pretty much all you have to do. I'm sorry about this piece of hair that keeps falling in my face. If you want to see more of these conspiracy theory videos, definitely comment below and I would love to do it for you guys. It was so much fun. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!
It's a little girl. Who's that? Who's this little girl? That's a Miss Jeannie Beanie Wee.